And I've got two All-Pros on the show. Frank Minifield, Otis Wilson, both former U of L players. I am excited as any man would be. And also, I'm a big fan of this guy. To my left, the president of the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapy, Dr. Eli Karam, better known as Dr. Eli. Welcome back.
Good to see you, John.
All right, let's cut to the chase here. There's a lot of talk out there. We hear about it all the time, and it's a relatively new online dating. And you received an email, and by the way, you can email Dr. Eli at kamt@insightbb.com. And I'm going to read this email. This is where this exact address where this one went. Here we go. Dear Dr. Eli, I'm 38, recently divorced with no children. My friends are encouraging me to try online dating. I have never done it, and I am nervous and skeptical. What are your thoughts about online dating, and how should I approach it? Carol. And this is something I think clarifies the fact that you're not just about marriages. You're about anything that's relationship-oriented, right?
Right. MFTs, remember, they're going to see anybody in their whole systemic context. So it's kind of a misnomer in the sense that you do not have to be coupled or in a marriage to see an MFT. You just have to be in a relationship or exploring relationships as far as what it would be like to be in one, whether you're dating, whether you're ending one, and thinking about what went wrong so you don't repeat the same mistake. So MFTs are going to treat you in your whole systemic context. And online dating, very popular now. Over the last month, big study just released, in fact, the best kind of scientific evidence we have for this, tracking marriages from 2007 to 2012, and it says about 33% of people that met during that time and ended up getting married met via online dating. So something that used to be a dirty secret, John, or people that did not want to admit doing it, had a stigma around it, now is really accepted. And it also said that people in those marriages are actually doing statistically significantly a little bit better than people that meet traditionally face-to-face. So now you should also know that the critical thinker and people that look at this research, part of the study was commissioned by eHarmony, which is one of the largest online dating.
They have a dog in the hunt.
They have a dog in the hunt, but had good science behind it at the University of Chicago. So speaking to the viewer, and thank you for sending in the email, I got some good tips around online dating that, again, any marriage and family therapist can help you with. First of all, determine what type of service is best for you. Now, John, every service is not created equally. You get what you pay for in some of these things. So if you see one that is cheap and free, it's probably not the best. In the sense that also when you do this, you should view this as a kind of an investment in your time and resources, in the sense that it's great if you make a love match right away, but just like real dating that involves filtering and seeing different people, online dating is the same way. So you're probably going to invest upwards, you should go into it with a 6-month to even a year commitment to kind of go and see what it's like. So you shouldn't expect immediate results. Another tip is you got to follow important safety tips. Most people like online dating because it allows you through various safety steps to get to know the people. So you don't have to talk to them right away. You can exchange, some services have a list of questions that you can give to respond to. Then you can ask for the number later on if you want. You can talk to someone multiple times before you even decide if at all you'd like to meet them for something. So follow safety tips. Don't rush into anything. Another tip is, and these are kind of related as far as when you start talking to people, the talking is important, but conveying who you are has to be done through written communication. So if you don't like writing or writing about yourself, first of all, your profile is probably not going to be any good. And in most of these sites, someone is going to see your picture and they're going to see your profile. So if you're not captivating people, and if you don't have the ability to express yourself in written form, it's going to be difficult. So work on those written skills, especially as you're getting to know someone and responding to a lot of these questions potential dates might have for you. Okay, another tip is you've got to post recent photos, which ties into don't lie and misrepresent. Those are together. Everybody, this research found, John, that everybody says that they're a little taller and a little skinnier than they really are in real life. So you want to accurately represent yourself, including an up-to-date picture. And it shouldn't be a professional headshot, or it shouldn't be something where you're kind of over-glamorized. You enjoying yourself in kind of your everyday life in a current picture. Now, honesty is the best policy, so don't lie or misrepresent. And obviously the last tip, many people start to get onto online online dating because they want to explore maybe what it would be like, but they're really not out of their relationship, and many of them, or some of them, could still be married. So a tip is you generally do not want to start this process with married people. So it seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people kind of fall into the trap. So you want to avoid married people. If you follow all those tips, again, you should have an experience. And again, no stigma in doing that. And John, people are going to see marriage and family therapists, again, if they need help kind of filtering, and that's what dating is. It's a filtering process. We learn just as much about ourselves as we do through other people. So you might be on an online dating service, you might call up a relation-based MFT and ask them kind of to help you in that filtering, not only how you portray yourself in a profile, but what you should look for, and process those experiences on those dates. Because again, if you think you're just going to go one time and hit a love match, it's great if it happens, but that's not what the research or the reality reflects. So you got to be kind of in it for the long haul.
Assuming that someone is honest on their profile, I can see how it would help, because obviously you're looking for similar likes and dislikes, etc. But the dishonesty would hurt, and I can also understand the lack of body language. You know, when you and I are communicating, or anyone's communicating in any relationship, that's so important. So you're not getting that online. So these meetings are probably so important when you finally do have a date or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Very important.
Right, and now with advanced technology, some dating services are actually bridging the gap with not only can you write to someone, can you have phone contact with them, but you can have a video-based chat with them, so you can get a little more of a sense. But you're right, John, there are intangibles that you can't figure out. You know, a lot of research says you can figure out the person, whether you're attracted to them, by the verbal and nonverbal combo face-to-face in the first 5 minutes, and sometimes you cannot get that unless you have a face-to-face meeting.
Absolutely. You know, if I wanted to get a lot of women interested in me, and I'm happily married, but if I want, I put a picture of Frank Minifield up there and say it's me. That's what I do. And we're going to talk to him a little bit later. All right. Any issue, any relationship issues that you may have, a marriage and family therapist is perfect, especially a licensed marriage and family therapist. How do you find a good fit, Doc?
Yeah, find a good fit, as we've been telling you every week. You watch these segments, and then you log on to two places, www.kamft.org. That's the Kentucky Association for Marriage and Family Therapy. And we represent nearly 400 licensed marriage and family therapists all over Kentucky, many of them centrally located here in Wave Country. And then you want to go to www.therapistlocator.net. There you see it. There's that nice rectangular red box. It says Locate a Therapist. You click on there, you enter your, if you know the therapist you're looking for, you can enter their last name. If you don't, you can just enter your area code or your zip code, and then it's going to come up with a list of therapists, John. And from there, you will see a little profile on them. Many of them will have a link that you can click to their webpage. And as we said often, you got to find someone that's a good fit for you. So you go on there, you call a therapist. Any MFT should be able to give you 5 to 10 minutes of their time to figure out a little bit about you and for you to figure out a little bit of how they work. If you like them, make an appointment. And remember, no stigma, nothing attached to it. Help is just a phone call away. MFTs, Marriage and Family Therapist. We will see you in a couple of Thursdays, John.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Eli. Dr. Eli Karam, the president of the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapy. All right. Coming